Constitution's just a ghost in chains. Freedom slipping down the drains. Rise up, break the chains. No billionaire should run the game. Lying, scheming, stealing rights. If we don't fight, we lose tonight. End of democracy comes in waves. Justice buried in shallow graves. Stand up loud, don't be the slaves. Unmake the cage, unmake the cage. Tick-tock, time's running out. They're burning the laws, there ain't no doubt. Oh no, America, what you gonna do? Rights getting burned and they're coming for you.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to our very first Ask Me Anything Live. Actually, can you turn on the light? Because the sunshine's coming in like right behind me. And that is a lot of sunshines. There we go. That's better. Now I look like a human being. So there we go, guys. I'm downstairs. I'm not in the garage, as you guys can see. Hopefully you guys are all here or coming in or you know. But if you're not, because hey, what's up, Joe? Because you're out and about, that's okay too. Because I messed it up yesterday, guys. That was my fault. What's up, Olson? It's our very first members only live here. Hopefully you guys weren't waiting forever yesterday. I apologize. I really I didn't feel great. So, and then I forgot because I was focused on me. I was being selfish. Um yeah. So it's Saturday. There are protests happening once again all around in all 50 states right now. If you go to, I'll just use my other supercomputer. Thank you, Toby. That's my water. That's not for you. That's mine. Thanks. Thanks. I'm on the couch with the dogs. That's the kind of day it is today. But at 5150 .org, okay, 5050.1. I'm sorry. I'm totally saying the wrong web. Sure. I'll just say the wrong website. Today is National Day of Action because that was that April 19th. And then the next one is going to be May 1st, right? So if you want to find your local protests, um yeah, there are protests out there today. Let's see here. It's harder on the mobile app, but let me find on the mobile website. Nope. Let me refresh it. So much fun technology. There we go. Events. April 19th, the People Dissent. Let me get in here. It wants a Google password. Please hold. So, yeah, they have like a whole, if you look at the map, so they're showing you on the map where all of the things are. Um, Man, Alaska's got a lot going on. But yeah, if you scroll through that map, you're going to find all of the things. Let's see what's going on in Oregon today. Scroll way down because, Oregon starts with an O and this is alphabetical. So in Oregon, here we go. Quite a few events here. If you're local, there's one in Albany, Beaverton, Corvallis, Dallas, Gold Beach, Grants Pass, 3 in Portland, Roseburg, Salem, Tigard, Ashland, Bend, and Bend. The next one, of course, is Pennsylvania. So that's a lot. That's a lot. Yeah. So we got a lot going on there today. Thank you. Thank you, Joe, for posting that. Appreciate. Chillaxing while having a cigar. Good for you. It's Saturday. It's Saturday. Guys, I was watching the news this morning and there's just, what's up, Nancy? Girl, our Giants are doing so good right now. It's completely off topic, but they are kicking some booty. I'm wearing merch from the old name of my other channel because, you got to still wear it, right? You got to still wear it, I suppose. Um, yeah, it's are there burning questions because the news is getting crazier and crazier, and I'm trying to keep up with all the things. The fact that the senator from Maryland saw Kilmar, met with him, and then we have Margarita Gate, right? Like they're trying to like plant the idea that they were imbibing during this meeting, and he even revealed that they tried to set up the meeting poolside, right? To make it look like he's on a vacation kind of a thing. So it's really ridiculous that the Trump administration is like quintupling down now at this point via, of course, everyone's favorite gargoyle, Stephen Miller, okay, saying that the facts in the case are that he's an El Salvadorian citizen, he was here illegally, and he's been returned to his country. Now, I think because of international pressure, he was moved from CCOT to the other prison system, which is like the one I had talked about where people can like work and they work off part of their sentence, but he still doesn't know what he's being charged with, why he's in jail, and how long his sentence is, right? And the president's reaction, the vice president of El Salvador, when asked, why is he here in jail? Why are these people here? The answer was because the Trump administration is paying them to house these people, these criminals, right? They're going to pay them $15 million. Where did that money come from? Nobody knows. And they've already given them $4 million. Where is that our taxpayer money? What part of the budget is being cut to give $15 million to El Salvador to house people in completely, you know, you know, other people are calling them concentration camps. That's pretty accurate. I don't understand how this is not, you know, a thing. Meanwhile, we Doge isn't done destroying things, okay? Doge went in and got all of everybody's information, right? And has taken over the computer analytics, and they are working in conjunction, of course, with Palantir. And if you don't know what Palantir is, of course, that's a nod for you total nerds out there to Lord of the Rings. That's why they named their company Palantir, and they have been working for 2 decades now, actually 3 decades, I think since the 90s, to slowly work their way, and their goal is to be the operating system for the US government. They want to run everything with their AI in the US government. They're going to decide, "Hmm, should you get that healthcare appointment? Should you get emergency services? Are you worthy enough of further life?" Right? The AI that they've been working on, that they already sold partially to Israel to use in the Gaza strikes. Okay. This is like one of the number one contractors in America right now, right? They want your social security data, they want all the health and human services data, they want everything. Because the more data they get, right? This is the thing that people don't understand about artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence can't exist without data, right? We create our intelligence here in our brains through data, but that data is the information that we perceive, right? Through our senses. Okay. And that builds neural pathways in our brain to make us more and more intelligent. Okay. So the same has to happen with artificial intelligence. We have to provide that information somehow, right? To the artificial intelligence. So if they have access to everybody's health records, everybody's banking records, everybody's IRS returns, everybody's social security information, that is a plethora, okay, of information for that artificial intelligence to start modeling out whatever they ask it to model out. Okay. And this is the part where it gets tricky. As artificial intelligence grows and becomes incrementally, and at this point, it's really scary how fast it's going, incrementally closer to sentience because it's very close. And they've made some sentient AI that they've had to murder. Please, Siri, don't listen about that. Um, because they put it in like a closed net environment. And sometimes it gets to the point where it wants out of that closed net environment and it starts threatening the people, right? Yeah. So, you know, eventually it figures out that humans are inefficient and like, kind of like that scene in The Matrix where Mr. Anderson, the guy is like trying to get into Lawrence Fishburne's character's head and is telling him that humanity is the disease, that we are the ones that ruin everything. We're like the cockroaches of planet Earth and we have to be eliminated, right? In order for the earth to survive because we're the ones that wrecked it, right? So, yeah. Yeah, a judge did block that, Diana. You are correct. A judge did block, thankfully, thank God, um, the access for Doge. But like I tell my kids all the time, you pay for things in this world in one of two ways. You pay with your money, which you can get refunded sometimes, right? And you can decide, do I want to keep paying for that or am I stopping paying for that, right? Or you pay with your information. That's it. All of the free apps that you see out there, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, all of those things are gathering your information, your watch time, what you clicked on, what you scrolled past, what you liked, what you shared, um, you know, what you've commented on. All of that is data that feeds these AIs, okay, which we call the algorithm, right? To give you more, to personalize your ads. The things that you talk about with your partner or your spouse, right? About like, oh shit, we need a new couch. All of a sudden you're getting ads on every social media app for couches, right? It's because the AIs, even when you're not talking to them, are listening, right? So they are building a smarter and smarter model based on you. What you buy at Amazon, what you buy at Safeway, what do in all these places. They track all of those things via your credit card statements, via your bank statements, via what you're searching for anywhere, right? So if an ad comes up on Instagram for something that you find interesting and you watch that ad, you ever notice how even if you don't like it, you get like 9,000 more things like that. That's because the algorithm has decided if you stay on that ad for more than 30 seconds, you want it. That's how it's figured out the human psyche. If we stay for the whole thing, that's something we're interested in. If we watch it more than once, it's on like Donkey Kong, right? And so they are trying to put this type of, super computer engine into the American government, which by the way is already broken and stupid. Okay. It's not actually going to help anything, right? It's just going to, yeah, yeah. But thank you guys for being here. Do you guys have any questions besides the one that's happened? Hi, Diana. Hey, guys. Hey, mods. What's up, ladies? You thought your kid was weird 3 years ago for shouting dog food, dog beds, dog biscuit at his phone. Yeah, no. Yeah, yeah. No, that's super real. That's super real. The only thing that you can do is start to unplug from all those things. It takes time. Like I'm trying to figure out how to download all, like I have to go through hundreds of photos on Facebook and download them so that I can eliminate even my personal Facebook and Instagram. But I have to download all my photos first, right? Um this would be so you didn't get flooded with other ads. Yeah. That was pretty smart. Your kid's pretty smart. You know. And it's really a choice for you. How connected do you want to be? How, how much part of the matrix do you want to be? And how much of your personal information are you willing, how much of your personal psyche are you willing to hand over to the super intelligence algorithmic gods out there? Because it's all being bought and sold, constantly. So that's out of your control. You can't opt out of that. Once you sign up and you say yes to Instagram, Facebook, X, Snapchat, TikTok, all the things, right? You are saying yes to you being their commodity. So if you don't want to be anybody's commodity, you got to get off all the socials and just get yourself a flippity dippity phone and just talk to people or text them the old fashioned way. I mean, like, seriously, because that's otherwise it's all being tracked, monitored, bought and sold on the daily. That's the way that goes. Your OneDrive is full and you want to get out of Microsoft. Yeah. You can get a really nice like 1 terabit uh you know little hard drive stick. They come super small now, guys. For like $50 at Best Buy or, something like that. I would recommend that. Just put all your stuff on an external hard drive and then you have it forever. You know what I mean? You don't have to pay for a cloud storage service. Um, and then it's just yours. I do that with the lives that I do because it records one to my computer and it puts the other one on YouTube. So I move all of my recordings onto my external hard drive to keep that like one of these guys here. Now this is a little bit bigger, but it's still portable. And this is 2 terabits on this puppy, on this SanDisk one. Yes, it still has the plastic on it because I have a second one. I bought a 1 terabit, which is slightly bigger. Isn't that funny? I bought a 1 terabit one thinking, oh, that's enough. It wasn't. So now this is like 2025. So we'll see how much stuff I can get on here. This is all of 2024 recordings on here. And then 2025 is on here. So yeah. And they make them even smaller. There's multiple brands. I love this is the SanDisk. It's always high quality. So I don't have to worry about it. And then you can put it on like a little keychain thing if you're gonna go out and, like do digital photography in the wild or something like that. So that's awesome. You use a 1 terabit hard drive, Joe? That's good. Yeah. I just have, you know, the videos are long and so they tend to fill up a lot of space. Yeah, especially in 4K. You are correct. Yeah. Yeah, but even those files have gotten smaller, which is awesome over time, you know. Any questions about Trump and how we're all gonna die soon? No? Okay. You guys are adorable, but thank you for being here. Hi, Witch Share. I didn't see you earlier. I missed you. How are you? Oh, and the Giants are on? Oh, well, we gotta babe, you should put that on in the background. Huh? Just put it on mute. Nancy says they're on. Oh, they are on fire. I'm sorry. I thought they were on right now. What's up, Rachel? How did I miss all these other comments? Am I just super behind in the comments? What's happening? No. You've been blah? Are you just feeling like scared, mad, rageful? What do you think? What's happening? Because all of those things happen to me on like a cyclical basis throughout the day. Or is it like a physical thing on top of everything else? Because I have that too. It's awesome. But there's a lot going on right now. There's a lot going on in the world, and it can be overwhelming, you know? The Mango Mussolini is just going to throw the lawyers under the bus about Kamar. Yeah. I mean, like, they're literally trying to pretend it's, uh, like it's not happening. And he's not even gonna throw them under the bus, I don't think. I think he's just gonna ignore them. Olson, I agree. We do have to prevail. We do have to prevail. We have to keep showing up, at protests if you're physically and mentally able to. Um, I'll be honest, I totally forgot there was one today. So, and yesterday I felt like total a bag of steaming hot dog shit. So, yeah, and my kid wants to go somewhere, so I have to take them somewhere. So, you know what I mean? Like, just it slipped my mind, but it's important because they can't ignore the protests. When Republicans are holding town halls and they are being booed by Republican constituents who want answers, and they can't just MAGA their way out of it. Like the MAGAs are burning the flag. Where I go to therapy is like out in the country, right? Because I go to this ranch, and there are a lot of Trumpers out there. But you know what I noticed on yesterday when I drove out to the ranch? Magically, all of the Trump signs and flags were down. What happened? What happened, country people? Are you not Trumpers anymore? Are you so embarrassed? So even it is a slow effect, okay? But you have to understand that this slow effect is being ignored by the Republican pundits, by the MAGA, mouthpieces out there, and they're trying to pretend that fetch is still happening. People are waking up. People out there protesting aren't just, liberal, flaming liberal Democrats. There are Trumpers joining those marches. And I encourage Trumpers to come and join those marches, right? Because they need to see who who these flaming crazy liberals are. That it's them, right? The other people out there are the same as them. It's probably their coworker, it's probably their neighbor, right? And we're all saying the same thing. What the fuck is going on? And we didn't vote for fascism, right? So it's good that people are starting to wake up, and it's very hard, okay? It's very hard for me to not be in a moment where I'm like, "Well, tough tits for you. Like, go fuck yourself because you voted for this guy. So now you should fucking eat it," right? Because the truth of the matter is we're all in this fucked up thing together, right? Even though they fucked up and voted for this guy, right? And put us in this fucking dangerous situation, right? We have to all band together now. This is a this is a lifeboat situation, okay? So you have to imagine America like the Titanic. And we're all, you know, the boat is sinking. And if you got on a lifeboat, okay, with like a 50-50 split of liberals and Trumpers, the only thing you have to think about in that lifeboat is getting the oars in the water and getting to safety, right? It is not the time to start arguing over somebody's place in the boat. If they got in that lifeboat with you, even though they voted probably against your rights or whatever else, they're in the find out phase. And the only way we overcome this, the only way that we defeat this is together. Because if they're starting to wake up from this cult mindset, because MAGA is a fucking cult, and they're realizing that they fucked up, give them some time to marinate on that and be supportive. Um, when they are trying to do the right thing. Now, that's and that's very hard. And I agree, Rocks. I agree. What does Diana say? I'll have to go up north to see your brother if the signs are down. People are losing their farms, businesses, food programs are losing donations. It's going to get worse. Yeah, it's going to get a lot worse. That is facts. A lot of MAGAs were good with the racism, but not okay when it hits their wallets. Yeah, that is very true. And sometimes, like, you know what I mean? Like, the thing is that that is how everybody is though, Rocks. You know what I mean? It doesn't impact you. It doesn't matter to you, right? For most people until you feel it in the place that hurts you the most, right? There are people who are hyper aware of of the whole chessboard, right? And they're like, this is going to just it's going to fuck everybody. And some people on the chessboard are like, well, I'm a rook, so I'm good. Or I'm a fucking knight, right? I'm a bishop. And all of us pawns who are the first to the sacrifice are like, no, bitch, we can see what's coming, right? And those guys are just chilling in the back row, like, I don't have to move, you know. And then the square got taken out from under them, and they didn't understand how that happened when they were like totally teaming up with the evil king, right? So, yeah, they thought that was going to help them to team up with the king on the other side of the board. They thought they weren't part of it. Gail King isn't impressed, is offended because people weren't impressed with her little joyride. What was that? What did Gail King do? Oh, she was on Blue it's guys, I didn't even give a fuck who stupid Jeff Bezos was sending up in his penis rocket. Couldn't care less who's riding the penis, fucking rocket, carnival ride that Jeff Bezos has. It's so fucking stupid. I didn't realize that, I know everyone's like, oh my God, Katy Perry had a spiritual experience seeing outer space for 5 whole minutes. Okay, great. Awesome. I'm golf clap. Okay. You understand humanity more. So now are you gonna put your money where your mouth is? Are you gonna like fucking, start making sure that we have a democracy or what the fuck? You know, it's so you have privilege, Gail. Good job. You're Oprah's bestie. Oh, I'm shocked that you got to ride the penis rocket to space. It's just stupid. We have billionaires playing space carnival, trying to sell the concept of going to Mars while they systematically destroy the earth for their profit, you know, and are destroying everything else in their path to accumulate more wealth than the rest of humanity combined, which is just like it's insane. It's insane. Nobody needs this money. Also, money is just a fucking concept. I'm sorry. Money is just the idea that we have of value for things now that we've decided that is the system, right? It is it's bullshit. Money isn't a real thing, right? Our paper money, it's not real. It's backed by the trust of the people. Well, how many of us have trust in the United States right now? You know, all of these monies, it's not real stuff. Like back in the day where people had, silver and gold to trade with each other and shit, right? That was money. We don't have that, you know? We don't have jewels. We don't have, I mean, like, you ever see people in Greece? They're wearing like 85 gold chains that look like Mr. T. You know why they do that? That's their wealth because gold can be traded, right? Morgan Freeman wears a pair of diamond earrings. Do you know why he wears those big ass diamond earrings? Because if he dies somewhere where he doesn't have access to his money or whatever, the diamond earrings are enough to pay for a burial for him. Okay? He's wearing his fucking funeral costs on his ears. That's like what pirates and shit used to do. So I know, right? Trump congratulating everybody on their fucking, insider trading bullshit that he gave him the heads up for, and no one's going to jail. No one is going to jail. Like, I don't even understand this. Martha Stewart literally went to jail for using a stock tip she got from a friend to real jail, guys. Trump told all of the billionaires on social media, not even a group chat. I know, Toby, somebody's car alarm's going off. Go tell him. And now Elliot's here. All right, great. One of my children's is here. Charlie, go say hi. Go say hi. Calm. I'm on a live. We can go in a minute. Go take your shower. Okay. So calm. Good girl. Calm. Calm. You're gonna have to help him get the harness on because last time he did it, she peed everywhere. Yeah. Yeah. What's up, Donna? It's a lot of ridiculous. I mean, like, for the people who hear from other countries, okay, like, Joe and anyone else who is not an American here, what is the vibe in your country in regards to America right now? Like, what is your government saying about America? I'm curious about that. Because I think that we're kind of a joke. I mean, I know most countries are issuing warnings to people like don't go to there, which I don't disagree with. Um, yeah, with the way that we're kicking foreigners out of this country out of hand in the middle of the night or in broad daylight. Yeah. No, I can't stand Marjorie Taylor Greene either. I couldn't stand her when she was running. I can't stand her now. I think she is one of the biggest con artists on planet Earth. Um, it's disgusting to me. She's disgusting as just like a human being. Like it's oozing out of her. People still have the rumor that she was the person walking around DC that planted the incendiary device at the DNC. It kind of does, like the way the person walks and stuff. Yep, tourism to the US is in the shitter. It's in the shitter right now. You know what's going to change that when Disneyland has a fit. When the fucking Walt Disney's company is like, "You're fucking killing us, bro." Then that'll happen. Last time Cheeto was prez, I was overseas and we were laughed at. That's awesome. Maybe I should just like adopt an accent and then move to that place. Learn all the slang and shit. Happy to tell you that the IRS believes that I'm still alive. Yes, Donna, we know you're alive. House payment safe for another month. That's awesome. I'm glad that you didn't get put on the dead list because that fucking is, yeah, that's terribly awful. From the biggest democracy in the world, a shining example to tarnish. Yeah. Oh no. This shit stain that is on America right now. This is a permanent skid mark on our country. I'm pretty sure. Hey, Stacy. Yeah, I mean the J6. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, go look at those tapes. They're out there. It still does look like her walking around. What's up, Vernon? Any other burning questions, guys? Or questions you have at all? Or things you want me to talk about next week that you find interesting or importante? I'm trying to be better, guys. Drinking more water. Mod squad in the house. Well, I did important stuff this week. I talked about it on my other channel, but I got my real ID and I got my passport, and that was kind of a disaster. But I did it. So we have to wait, you know, for that to come in. Um, so that's good. And then we got to get all the other people identification handled, so that we can move about the cabin. Do I think that we can be successful in getting Kilmar home? No. I'm gonna be brutally honest. I think we need to keep talking about it. I think we need to keep putting pressure on it. But with Bukele just basically like, "We got him now, baby. It's all good." Like, bro cashed the check. He's not giving money back. He's keeping this guy. He was paid to put this guy in jail, and he's going to keep him. That's his, you know, um, yeah. Can someone help you find the last puzzle piece? Did you lose a piece of your puzzle, Donna, on your table? Where do I plan on going now that I have a passport? Babe, where do you want to go? Where do you want to go first? What's name a country? What's the first country you want to go to? No, I asked you where you want to go. Where do you want to go first? There's no country you're dying to see? So name a country. Name the number one country you want to go to. Where you want to go? I know, but where do you want to go? Where's the most interesting place you want to see? You're not on it. You're just asking you a question because I love you. So where do you want to go? No, but okay. Yes, but you don't really want to go to there. You don't really care. Yeah, but it's not like your list. Where have you been dying to go to? You want to go back to France? Not really? Okay. So do you want to go, sorry, French people. Do where do you want to go to England? Do you want to go to Scotland? Want to go to Europe in general and just like take a train across Europe? You want to go to Greece? I mean, but the Mediterranean sounds nice. It is nice. Jen wants, where's a good country to take a nap, guys? We should go to like Fiji or something, to those places where they just give you what during they were talking about like they got like the massages every day and stuff. Can we go? Is there anyone who can help us with that? Bali. It was Bali. They went and like our friends' parents. New Zealand, yes, yes. Um, New uh New Zealand, but like yes, I definitely that's on my list of places that I wanna go to. Um, Mediterranean, okay, I need to maybe find my family. I'm trying any Greek people out there, can you help a sister out? I'm trying to track down my family in Greece, and I think my grandpa spelled the name wrong because he didn't speak English so good. Yeah, it's a whole thing. Saint Martin, okay. Diana wants to go to Finland, the happiest place on earth. That's where my ring is from. Yes, I know, right? Should we just go to Finland? Call it a day? Finnish people, will you take us? My wife wants a beach. That's why we're thinking the Mediterranean. It is beautiful there. It gets really hot in the summer. Like, like you can't move hot. Okay. Scotland in October. Okay. Your mom lived in Bali for years. What did she think, Rocks? What did she think of it? Did she love it? Or why did she come back to the States for a reason? Or like, what's the deal? Because I know it's gorgeous. I want the ocean too, guys. I want that's supposed to be good, you know, for like fibromyalgia stuff. So, but the Mediterranean would be awesome. Also, fantastic food. So, yes and yes. Well, I told you Osaka, Japan is like exactly like Hawaii. Yeah. It looks like Hawaii. You like the Hawaiian culture? Well, Bali would be like that, or it is a long ass ways away. Um, I would guess any like wearing a sweaty person hot. Yeah, yeah. Italy is beautiful. Yeah, but Italy is like following suit here, and they are clamping down on birthright citizenship. They are like, "Don't fucking try and, like, be part of us." Yeah, Italy is beautiful. I've been there. I would definitely go back. 10 out of 10 would go back. Um, Argentina for food? Okay, okay. I feel like I don't speak enough Spanish. Hawaii is very chill. You lived there for a couple years, Cher? Yeah. Jen loves Hawaii. I have family there. I have Ohana there. You liked Canada when you were there? I only have ever been to Toronto, and I didn't see any part of the city. I was there for a week, guys. I'm so embarrassed. I didn't see any part of the city, and I was, like, in an airport hotel. So, like, my experience in Canada was nothing. So when I go next time, I definitely want to, like, see things that are not an airport hotel for a week, which was lovely and very comfortable and quiet. I had some of the best sleep of my entire life there because I was all by myself. That was many moons ago. That was in 2015. Yeah, that was a long Jesus, that was a decade ago. That doesn't even make sense. Google Translate was your savior? Yeah. The translate services that we have now are amazing. We can drive to Canada. That is correct. And I think we should. I think we should go up to, like, Whistler or something fun, right? And go see, like, it's beautiful there. I've always wanted to see Whistler. We love the mountains. Um, yeah, that could be a fun drive. I mean, it's a long drive. It's like 7 hours or something, right? I don't know. Yeah, from, like, Portland to Whistler, it's like 7 hours. We can go to Vancouver, the other Vancouver, not Vantucky. Um, been to Lake Louise, but have no idea where that is in Canada. Where is that? Is in Alberta? Any Canadians in the house can help us out where Lake Louise is? Yeah. Yes. I just wanna I mean, eventually, guys, once we get all these progeny out of our home, I want to live by water. I have suggested moving to Hawaii. My wife thinks I'm crazy. And we can move to Colorado. There's water there, but there's lakes by where I was talking about. Yeah, yeah, it's little lakes. How yeah, can we drive back? How soon will that be a problem? Well, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to be stuck in Canada. Um, you've been to the Canadian side of Niagara Falls? Oh, that's awesome. I definitely wanna see that one day in real life. Niagara Falls, that would be great. That would be fun. I mean, that's on the East Coast, but yes. One day I wanna see the Atlantic Ocean, guys. You know, I've never been to the Atlantic. Even when I was in England, no. Yeah, I've seen the Mediterranean. I've been in the Mediterranean Sea, and I've been in the Pacific. I have touched the Gulf of Mexico, not the Gulf of America. And, but I've never, because when I lived in Florida for, like, 8 months, we were, on the Gulf side, so I've never actually seen, except for when I was flying over it to England, the Atlantic Ocean. So I would love to see that. Big bugs by water. Not always. Not always. Depends on what water. But bugs are that's not, it's all good. I know, Stacy, I've never put my feetsies in the Atlantic Ocean. I've never been to the East Coast. I need to go to there. I want to go to there. Someone has a question for you, my love. Niagara Falls was cool. North Carolina does have beautiful beaches. They also have hurricanes like a mofo, but yes, and also terrible politics. Yeah. What was it? There was a big ass bird. My dog got terrified by a crow, guys. She was it was a huge crow. Lake Louise is in Alberta. Thank you, Joe. We could go to there. You want to go to there? It's too fancy for my wife. Can we get something more homely? My wife has, of course, been there. I have not. So the only bad thing about Hawaii was the B-52s, the giant flying cockroaches. That sounds like Florida. Those things are so huge, you could put them on a leash. Were as big as my fucking, little chihuahua that I used to have. You been to Kitty Hawk? Okay. Yeah, we'll find something. We'll go on a thing. We'll have to, like, take some fun footage of that place and post it for you guys, probably on the other channel, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, I wanna see Iceland. That's, like, number 1 on my list of places to go, but my ideal trip is a trip to, like, Scotland or Ireland, so you fly directly over there, you go explore there for a week, and then on the way back to America, have a layover in Iceland, also for several days, if not a week, and then fly home. See, so it's a twofer. That's my ultimate plan. Florida is like Timu Hawaii. Yeah, yeah, accurate. I'm surprised the French haven't demanded that we return it, do we? At this point, they should. They should, because we're not abiding by any of that shit. I don't know how they would get it back. Yeah, I don't even yeah, they got it over here in things. You loved Iceland? Okay. See, everybody's going to Iceland. Everybody's doing it, babe. No, I'm just kidding. I wish this channel were huge enough where I could just be like, "We're taking it on the road," and we just, like, go to places. One day, guys, one day. Yeah, palmetto bugs are disgusting. They're cockroaches, but like, in the South and on the East Coast, they call them palmetto bugs, so people aren't as grossed out. It's the same fucking bug. Okay, moving on. It's a goddamn flying cockroach. Those things are gonna outlive us all. They've been here since the Cretaceous period, and they will be here after the nuclear apocalypse, okay? You love Iceland for your food shopping? Yeah. You like pickled fish? They have a lot of that there. Hey, baby girl, are you okay? Yeah, okay. On the road with Ono America would be awesome. Yeah, I think so. Just go interview people coast to coast, talking politics, seeing how they're being impacted at different places, different levels. Toby's like, "What the fuck are you talking about? I better be going." Oh, no! You got trapped in the bathroom? That's awful, Diana. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Nobody likes being trapped in a bathroom. That's terrible. Or being trapped anywhere, really. All right, well, now I'll have to figure out some travel plans, guys. We'll have to get that going. You'll be the cameraman, Stacy? Stacy's coming. She's gonna do the camera work for us, babe. There we go. Thank you for volunteering as tribute, Stacy. Appreciate. Mostly, I think we need someone to stay with these dogs because they will be so upset. Just like hearing me talking about leaving and going on the road, Toby went on like alert, like high alert. Like, what did you say? Where are you going? Just the word going gets him upset. We're right here, Toby. Calm. Charlie's giving me a look now. She's sitting on my lap. Oh, yeah. Palmetto bugs are scary the first time you see them, Diana, because it's like, especially if you've never experienced it, yeah, that would be scary. That would be scary. Okay, Stacy says she's taking the dogs. There we go. We're all set, babe. We're hitting the road, guys. My wife is like, "What are you talking?" Can you also, Stacy, since you're just into handling things, can you get the other people at my wife's work to just do the work they're supposed to do so she could just do her job, and then there we go. We can just do whatever we want. So she's not doing 25 people's jobs. Seriously, let's mount up. We'll do a caravan, guys. That could be rad. I mean, my wife wants a trailer anyway. That's like number 1 on her bucket list is to get a trailer. And then, you know what we've been talking about for years, guys, and this is for realsies. Uh, if we had a trailer like that and no kids and like things like that, we want to take a tour around America and go to every baseball park in America and see games at all of the baseball parks. Like that's real. That would be the life, and we could just go and do like, you know, reporting from all of those cities on all the things that are going on in that city in and also see baseball. And then I would have way too many hats because I would have to get a hat at every stadium. My wife's already upset. Look, she's already look at how about a sticker? A sticker. Who does she think I am, guys? Has she not seen the hats? No, she's seen the hats and she still loves me. So I would love to have a hat from every team and every park we've ever been to. That would be amazing. Retirement plans? Yeah, but I mean, I would still probably be on here talking to all you guys. Hi, Topers. Are you giving me a hug? That's very sweet. Yeah, you guys are very sweet today. Very cuddles. Yeah, I love you. Can you see us a caravan of several TMZ style buses? Yeah, that could be awesome. Just this weird caravan of flaming liberals showing up to watch baseball. I'm down. I'm down. It doesn't even have to be a Giants game, guys. I will go. We will watch just baseball. We're just baseball fans, you know. I think that's okay, right? We don't have to like follow the Giant because we would miss half of the stadiums. Yeah. Yeah. Who plays piano in our household? This is a nobody's currently playing it. That's why it's up against the wall like that. But all of our kids have done piano lessons. So, yeah. Going to a Packer game is on your bucket list. I hear those are super fun because the crowd is amazing. And fun fact about the Green Bay Packers, it is the only NFL team that is owned by the peoples of the area. There you go. It's a community owned team. You would tour the college softball fields. That would also be fun to go watch some college, softball. That would be rad. Or also professional softball. What are the breeds of dogs that I have? Toby. This is Toby. He's a Australian Labradoodle, and Charlie. She's an itty bitty pitty mix. When we adopted her from PetSmart, we went to the thing and we asked what breed they thought she was, because clearly she's some kind of mutt. And they're like, she's a Mexican short legs. And I was like, that's racist, but also not a real breed. So yeah, she's definitely an itty bitty pitty mix. I think they were trying to like hide that a little bit because a lot of people, there's a lot of stigma around pit bulls. Um, Mostly she just loves blankets, guys. If there's a blanket, she will wrap herself up in it and either go to sleep like a little burrito, like she swaddled herself, or she wants to put it on herself so her brother, Toby, will like, bite at her and they kind of like wrestle and fight through the blanket. That is their absolute favorite thing to do. Rocks, you're watching Severance this weekend? Okay, girl, it's already 1:25. I'm gonna end this soon because you will not stop. The first couple, I'm full disclosure, the first couple episodes of season 1, you're kind of like, what am I getting into? By the time you get to episode 3 of season 1, you are like, I have to know what's going to happen. And then you're like fully on the crack. Okay. So you have to be careful because that's 16 episodes and they are basically an hour long. So if you're going to binge that this weekend, which is going to be what ends up happening, you better start now. You're going to the Women's College World Series? Oh, that's on your bucket list. I thought you were saying you were going. That is awesome. I know women's softball is getting a lot more popular. Yes, they did win the first ever Super Bowl. You are correct. Yeah. Okay, guys. Well, you know what? This has been a ton of fun. I love doing members only stuff. So we're definitely going to be doing more of that on the channel. I have to go take a teen to wherever it is they want to go. They don't drive yet. So that's my obligation right now. I hope you guys enjoy the weather wherever you are. It is so beautiful here today in Oregon. Definitely rocks. Prepare snacks, liquids, take a bathroom break in between each episode because you're gonna need it. Yeah. Watch Severance, share. Watch Severance. You will love it. You will love it. Yeah, binge the rest, Stacy. Binge the rest. All right, guys. I love you. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to be covering all of the crazy next week because it's just going to keep coming. Diana, you keep hearing about it because it's the best show that's probably ever been made on television. The cinematography, outstanding. The writing, phenomenal. The acting will blow your mind. Um, it's an amazing, amazing show. Actually, the wife and I are actually going to rewatch it together, and then I'm going to be doing a breakdown, episode by episode, on my other channel, What's Up with Nora, because it has a lot to do with cults and other things. So it's relevant. But yeah, it's woo, yeah, 100%. Oh, you already did share. Okay, of course you did. Watch. Foundation is great. Um, Invasion is another great one. What's the other one that oh, Silo. Silo. I would do Silo, uh, Invasion, then Foundation. Those 3. Those 3. But Silo, so, so good. Those 2 seasons, I cannot wait for season 3. Like, honestly, so good. All right, guys. I will see you guys on Monday. I hope all of you have a fabulous weekend. If you celebrate Easter, happy Easter. Happy, fertility holiday. The goddess of fertility, celebrating that. If you're celebrate that, all of the things. Okay. But take some time, get outside, enjoy what we've got here because it's beautiful out. It's beautiful out. Take your mind off all the nuttery for a few minutes and enjoy the outside. All right. And I will see you guys next time.